Achievements made easy. Lag walkthroughs. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to part 3 of our 1000G achievement walkthrough for Onimusha 2 Samurai's Destiny. We've been working through the game together. We just got sent back to Yagyu Village after the point of no return. And we're going to be probably finishing the video or the playthrough in this run. Or in this video. Hopefully. We'll see how this goes. You're going to have enemies here. If you want to fight them, feel free. They are a little bit tougher than the ones we've been facing. This is kind of the precursor to the end of the game, so if you want to fight them, feel free. I'm actually going to just run through. Magoichi stops to help, but it's not really worth messing around with the enemies here. So just go through the door at the end. On the other side here, just hop across the stones into the cave. We're going to go through the cave. You will get attacked by bugs here, if I remember correctly. Bugs or ninjas, one of the two. Ninjas, there we go. Just run through, and we're going to go in the door at the end. You're going to get a scene. You can skip it. And then you'll pick up the ring of Takajo on the ground. Taco Joe. Run left and back through the door. You're going to work your way through. I think the bugs are in here now. Yeah, there we go. Just work your way through slowly because the bugs pop out of the ground and it's annoying. I don't recommend fighting them because they're annoying. The hammer that we're going to get makes quick work of them, and that's what we'll start fighting them once we get that. Just ignore them and run through. Hop to the other side of the pond, and you'll see Magoichi here. Go ahead and talk to him. He's going to give you the Saiga Bomb, I believe it's called. Yep, there it is. Head to the right here, back towards where you got the burrito, and there's going to be some rocks that you may have noticed early on. Look explosive. Go into your inventory and use the Saiga Bomb while facing that rock wall. And you can get the green necklace. Honestly, it doesn't really matter which one you want. If you want to wear the green one, it shows hidden treasure chests. I don't actually remember running into that many other than this one, so I'm putting it on to get the secret medicine here, and then I'm going to go back to the orange one. I only remember one other treasure chest while wearing the green necklace. So with the orange necklace on, you can grab your little XP thing there. And again, a reminder to keep an eye out for the fire arrows as we go through the game. We're going to go all the way back to that first magic mirror. Again, if you want to fight things, you have every right to, but I think I'm going to skip them through here, especially because of the archers. I hate the archers. They just kind of break up the combat. In this spot, there are some swordsman enemies, which can be a good spot to grind if you want to. I'm not going to worry about grinding them here too much. There's a good grinding spot coming up, which I'll be using, so go ahead to the left here to this broken gate and go inside. Run straight forward, and when the scene changes, one through and to the screen, there's an enemy over here. You can kill him if you want to. Or just kick him over. There's a puzzle box here. Go ahead and hit the right arrow on top and the bottom arrow on the right. That will solve it and get you power jewel number 6. that you can go ahead and use. See, that was rude, because I hit him. Head back to where these guys busted this open. Let me just make sure. Yeah, there's a chest there. You don't need to grab it. When you run around the fire pit here, go back this way or kill the enemy with a crit. You gotta destroy that screen and come through here. You don't have to go down here. There's a chest over there if you want to grab it. It's a fork, I believe. You need to get back in this corner of the room and through this door. You can explore further beyond this door, but we don't actually need to on this run. Just press start, go into your items while facing this armoire, and use the Ring of Taco Joe. We need to have these symbols the right color in the right spot. You could have gone around and gotten the paper, but it's always the same on every run. So we're going to turn the top until the black one is displayed. We're going to turn the bottom one until the red one is displayed. We're going to turn the left one until the blue one is displayed, or excuse me, the white one is displayed, and we're going to turn the right one until the blue one is displayed. That'll open this up. You can skip the scene and then just interact with it and go down the ladder. You are safe in here if you want to recover any health real quick, but run forward. As you run forward around the corner, the floor is going to collapse. You'll get a scene jumping back. Now you can just run forward, and then you'll notice if you don't press up, you hang on the ledge. That's going to be very important in a second here. Run forward, then to the left, and swing at the strings here, but be prepared to run back. And you'll see why. Run backwards and across the gap to jump. You can climb up and then run forward and just hang on the edge. You can also hang on the other side when you first jump if you want to and feel safer. Climb up once it goes past and make your way through into this gap here to move on. You're going to have a magic mirror here if you want to use it. Otherwise, just continue up the path. There are going to be some enemies here. I don't recommend fighting them here. Again, the camera angles can be wonky. Just work your way through. You'll see that Senpumaru seal there. We'll be coming back for that in a little bit. Not too long, actually. Pretty quick here. Work your way up the next screen. You should have someone helping you fight here, but maybe not. There he is. Magoichi will come. You can get enemies knocked off the bridge here, which I thought was interesting. There's also an XP spot over there. And another of the log demons pops up on the other side of the bridge, so run over and kill him. I just wanted to let you know about enemies falling off because they do release souls. So if an enemy falls off, you can hold the B button. It takes 5 to 10 seconds for the souls to get back to you, but they do release them. Once everything's dead, continue to the next screen. There's an herb in the chest right here, and then the Fog Valley map is in the chest here. That's map number 5 of 10. We're going to get to the shrine here. And that's going to give us the Senpumaru and our 13th achievement. It's actually been a bit since we popped an achievement. That'll get us to 195. There we go. It did eventually pop in. There is an XP spot up there, so go ahead and absorb it. But we're not going to be leveling up the Senpumaru right now. We want to get the Burrito up to level 3. So, with the Senpumaru in hand, however, turn around. We got to go back to that Senpumaru seal. If you do want to swap to another weapon, you do have to fight a log demon on the bridge here and 2 other enemies, so... Climb down the ladder and run up and hit the seal. Some enemies are going to pop out. I think it's ninjas. Yeah. And the problem is that can make it so you don't want to target target the seal. So just, if you have to kill the enemies, you have to kill the enemies. It happens. But again, there are places to grind, and at this point, I feel like you should have a decent idea of the combat. And the enemies get tougher and harder to combat and all that. It's just better to just run past some of these. Oyu is here to help you. If you want to help her, feel free. You can just run forward. I guess we'll help. Continue back to the next screen. And you can use the magic mirror here. I am going to, once again, try to get my Burrito up to level 3. So, I recommend saving here, because we're going to be controlling Kotaro, or Kotaro. We're going to be controlling Kotaro coming up here, because we're going to get lost in the woods. I don't recommend worrying about grinding here, just run past the enemies. You have to take like 6 paths here, and then a scene will trigger. So just keep running through the fork, taking one of the left or right directions when you get to the fork. And there's the scene. We're now lost, and Kotaro is taking over for us. Kotaro's moveset is fairly different. He does have 30 shurikens to throw. We won't be using those very much. But generally speaking, you're just going to be spamming the attack button. But this is why we gave him his weapon and his armor, because we knew we would be controlling him. Grab the blue soul bracelet from that chest. That allows you to absorb souls as him. He can just jump up ladders, which is nice. So just run past everything. There's a chest in the corner here. Make sure you grab it. That'll get you the red wedge. Then you can jump up the ladder here and jump up the next ladder. And run forward, stand in the circle, and use the red wedge. So we have to get through a 5-level Phantom Realm. This is going to be your first Phantom Realm. And all we're going to be worrying about is killing enemies. Now, the first level is Lizard Swordsman, so if you want to kill them by crits, go ahead. Generally speaking, though, just try to kill things. It doesn't really matter if you crit things or not. If you have to heal, feel free. Kotaro is the weakest. Kotaro, whatever, is the weakest, in my opinion, enemy or attacker we have. His special is very overpowered, but I recommend trying to save it for the second Phantom Realm that we're going to have to do. You should be able to get through all 5 floors of this level without using his special. So the first floor is Lizard Demon, or Swordsman. So this first floor is these Lizard Swordsmen. You're going to see that little circle on the left on the floor is where the portal down is going to be. That takes you to the next floor. You'll see a portal appear on this side as well, which is a portal to bring you back to the surface. That happens on every floor except for the last one, which you can't go down any further. So when you're ready to move on, jump into the left portal. You can kind of tell where it's taking you by the particles inside the beam. So Always go into the left one unless you really want to leave and have to redo all the floors, because you don't come back in on the floor you left on. You'll have to restart if you do leave. Floor 2 is a bunch of ninjas with claws, so just run in and start hitting them. I don't even worry too much about the souls with the ninjas here. Absorb them if you get the opportunity to, but generally speaking, just run up and attack them. Floor 3 is going to be an orb swordsman and a lizard swordsman. If you can crit into the orb swordsman, that's great. But Kotaro has a forward attack that is very effective on the orb swordsman. Oh, I'm sorry. This is floor 3. This is all lizard swordsman. My bad. It's floor 4 that is the... I'm trying to watch my notes and play the game at the same time. Well, that was rude. Make sure you grab the chest with the medicine in it before you move on. And then this floor is the lizard swordsman and the orb swordsman. Kotaro does this when he's up. Well, you can't do it. Sorry. I guess you can't do it if there's not an enemy. If you attack towards the enemy, he does like a flip kick. And it's very effective against the orb swordsman as they just try to block it repeatedly. So try to crit into the orb swordsman with the lizard swordsman attack if you can. But if you can't, this kick here is not being nice to me for some reason. That's interesting. Okay, fine. Maybe just attack him. I don't know what's going on, man. I thought I had figured it out, and that did not work there. That is so weird. I remember that forward kick just wrecking them. I wonder what's different. Maybe their AI improved. I don't know, man. Okay, we're almost dead here. So if you need to heal, feel free. You can always, come back in at floor 1 and crit the lizard swordsman to regain health if you want to. Floor 5 has orb swordsman and ninjas with claws. But what we're going to do is we're going to drop in and grab one of the chests. It's the one to the left. At the front, this gives us the Roga Kunai, which is his stronger weapon. And now you're just going to go and swing away at things. Or we can do that instead. That seems like a good idea. There we go. On this floor, nothing is going to appear as far as portals to escape until you defeat all of the enemies. And grab everything from the boxes, the chest, you'll see the blue wedge there, and whatever this is, the redstone peg. And once everything is dead, you'll pop your 14th achievement. Nice place you got here. Getting you to 210 out of 1,000 for finishing the your first Phantom Realm. Make sure you got everything. The portal won't appear until you grab everything, I think. So, the Roga Kunai, the, what was it, the blue wedge, and the redstone peg. And once you're done, you can exit. Cross the bridge. Again, you can just run past everything if you want to. No sense in fighting things as a weaker character. At the monument there, go right between where I did and press A, and you should interact with that spot. That can be tight. With the enemies attacking you, it can be difficult to get in there, so just do your best to run up there. And I don't know if you have to destroy that thing that I did to get up there, but maybe try that if it's not letting you up there. You can also kill the enemies to make it easier for you. We're going to switch over to the stealth costume to help us out a bit and continue forward. At the fork, we're going to continue left here and down. We're going to get to a magic mirror. If you want to use it to save, feel free. And then we got to run across the lake, which can be a pain because of these fish. Kind of zigzag through because they spit water at you, and that can be annoying. Run down and to the right to find another puzzle box. This is our 5th puzzle box. We need to use the left arrow on the bottom and the middle arrow on the right. This is going to give you Senpumaru's secret, which will allow you to do the secret combo with the Senpumaru as Jubei. And now we're going to go back and use the blue wedge in the blue portal to open a blue Phantom Realm. Again, this is 5 levels with a medicine on the 3rd. You're just going to kill all the enemies. The first floor has a bunch of rolling lizards. You can also right away use right bumper and the left trigger to try to kill the blue orb suckers. Don't let them stick around and steal your souls. This is a very good floor to regain your health. That's cool. I just got a 17-hit combo, though. Are you kidding me, game? Holy crap. Hey, that enemy's trying to disappear. I'm gonna throw a thing at the guy across the arena. Good idea. Oh, video games sucked back then, man. Okay, I got my health back, though. Everything's dead. We're gonna move on to floor 2. These are the pointy bug things. Now, again, toward them, right bumper, and attack is the flip kick that wrecked these things as well. So, that is the attack I recommend you use on this. And as you can see, it's being much more effective than it did against the Orb Swordsman. It somehow bypasses their armor. Floor 3 is more of the armored pointy bugs and the log demons. These log demons on this floor only take 4 hits to die, so I recommend just running in and trying to kill them. Feel free to, of course, grab the medicine. And then, if you see another log demon pop up, I recommend just blocking and then countering. Or you can have your character attack someone else, because that's fun. If you are finding enemies not spawning in, just start running around. Sometimes the enemy AI just doesn't spawn them in for some reason. So you'll see me do this, especially on later Phantom Realms. I'll just start running in a circle until something pops in. That seems to be the most likely way to get them to show up. We're going to pop in and immediately use our magic here. We're going to kill the small axe demon, and then we're going to have a bunch of the rolling lizards come in. The rolling lizards don't want to pop in while we're invisible, but we'll be able to use the magic twice more on the second floor, which is when we're going to need it. And then, of course, you can use the rolling lizards to regain a bunch of your health. Or you can just get hit, because why do we need perfect timing? Okay, like before, we're going to pop in, immediately use your magic. You should, at the very least, you'll have 2 uses of it. So use your magic, run in and attack this first one, and then just go to town on the big guy. If he doesn't die right away, use magic again and go for him again. You should be able to kill him with 2 magics. Just keep in mind that his attacks can hit you when you are invisible. They just don't track you. So if you don't want to stand next to where you cast the magic, where your body is, because you'll get hit by his attacks. Make sure you run over and grab the blue stone peg. That will allow you to exit, and then you can go back up. Return to the right here into the water. We're going to run across the water over here by the magic mirror. We got to put the 2 stone pegs into this monument. And I recommend you block, because there's a pretty good chance they were firing stuff at you. Head into the forest. Just run past these enemies, and you're going to get a cutscene. And we're now Jubei again. Don't run forward here. Turn around, run back. You're going to be back at the magic mirror near the water. Go ahead and enhance your Burrito to level 3, if you should be able to at this point. We're now going to focus on getting the Senpu Maru up to level 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back into the forest, and this first screen should be some lizard swordsmen. So we're just going to grind them and crit them until we can level our Senpu Maru up to level 3. Just run around, try to group them all together. Or they can be complete pricks. There we go. Try to kill the first 3 together, then kill 2 more, and then leave. I wound up not leaving because we had a bunch pop in at the same time. If you do see that happen, feel free to stay. For some reason, they're not showing up this time. There we go. That's interesting. Okay, let's go see if we can get our Senpumaru up. Oh, barely. Perfect. We're not too worried about the gauntlets taking damage. It does reduce it a little bit, but it's more so important to have the magic leveled up. Once you do that, go ahead and save. We're going to go back. You're going to have another boss fight with Gingham Fats, who is a pain in the butt. If you do have your full Oni meter, which you should, we haven't used it yet, and your weapons at level 3, level 2, and level 2, then you should be able to make quick work of this fight. We're going to pop the heir to the Oni achievement because we're turning into an Onimusha right away when we get in. So, run forward through this screen. You're going to get a cutscene. Immediately once the scene ends, press LT and RT. Press LT like a fraction of a second first before RT. And see, it is not letting me. That's cool. Just go to town on him. Once he is gone away, go ahead and spam your Burrito magic. If you can get a purple orb, get it, well, or you can't, because the game is sometimes cheap. Spam Burrito until you run out or he hops away. When he hops away, you can see those leaves popping out. He's going to run across the arena. You can stand up here and block, and you're safe up in that corner. And eventually he will run into a tree. If he does, start spamming your magic on him again. Make sure you are collecting the purple orbs, because we have another boss fight right after this. And if you're at level 3, you should kill him pretty quickly. If you do not manage to kill him with that stuff, start using the magic from your other weapons. After that, the fight is actually fairly straightforward. It's very simple to the first fight with him. You just need to try to avoid his attacks because he is always big in this fight. So I wasn't able to go into the details of this fight too much because we wrecked him. But if you have level 2 Senpumaru and Hyujin Yari magic attacks plus your Burrito magic, you shouldn't have any problems killing him before you run out of magic. Just keep in mind that the Senpumaru magic attack is a tornado that centers on you. So with bosses especially, it will sometimes force the bosses away from you. So you want to try to center yourself so that when you use the magic, it can't push the boss away from you. So it'd be perfect to use the Senpumaru once he crashes into the tree and he can't get away from you. Whereas the Hyujin Yari is a ice attack that you can basically hit him with it everywhere. So just keep that in mind. Spam your magic. Do whatever you can. I do have some text walkthroughs up on the website that go into a little more detail for that fight, as we didn't cover it too much with how our weapons were leveled. But and try to make sure to get as many purple orbs as possible because, as I said, we have another boss fight coming up very quickly. But with that in mind, of course, you defeated him and got the Flexing in the Forest achievement, number 16, and getting you to 240, and you got Nobunaga's Reign, a second statue. Yeah, a second statue. Got it. Okay. Absorb everything he drops. And run forward. You'll go back to the magic mirror by the lake for a scene. And we're going to run to the left here. Go up the stairs. Turn right, and we're going to head straight towards the screen here. Keep going this way. You're going to have to kill all of the enemies here. Magoichi is going to show up to help you.
Did you miss me?
Just start swinging away at the enemies.
Jubei, ready? Now.
So there is a fish swimming right there. He just disappeared behind the rock. We need to stab him. There, I managed to get him. It's kind of hit or miss if your character actually tries to stab him and gets him. You need to stand there and watch for him. And when he gets close, just press attack, and you should stab in the water to get him. You can keep trying until you do it, regardless. But pick it up, and you will pop the Who Needs Rods achievement, number 17 of 56, getting you to 255 G out of 1,000. And now we're going to return to the previous screen. Hop through this way. Or go back to the previous screen. There we go. It is... I grew up with these controls, and I still can't get used to them. Take a right at the fork this time. Run all the way through. I'm going to use my magic on this dude, hopefully to get a purple orb, but we do not. I did break the Burrito seal there, but if you don't hit it, you just need to hit it with the Burrito out. And this will get you the third and final statue that we need. work your way back to the pond. I do recommend making a save here. The next part is not difficult, but if you fail it 3 times, you die. So, just in case, make a save. Now run back across the water, and you're going to get a scene.
Jubei, I can destroy
Actually, I forgot about this.
with this.
So, you don't die here if you fail it. But you need to protect Magoichi here. With the level 3 Burrito, you can basically kill everything in one hit. So just pop, whenever you see them pop out. Oh, I've never had them grab me before. That's interesting. The first time I did this, I think I killed like 19 of them before it was over. And I haven't ever let them get hit. So I don't know if you get penalized for it or not. Oh my gosh. Well,
Almost there. It's ready. Here we go.
after a while, you'll get a cutscene of him blowing up the fish nest, and when you run over to where the fish nest was, you're going to find a power jewel, and number 7 of 9, and a magic jewel, number 6 of 9. Go ahead and use them. And then go talk to him, and you'll get another tech book. You should get a tech book. Again, there is a chance you'll get just a random gift. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into the doors here. And we're going to use this demon realm to grind out purple orbs because we need them. There is a chance we'd get them in the next couple of rooms, but I don't want to worry about that. So go ahead and just start using your Burrito magic. Once you run out of magic, just run away. Oh, we got a purple orb there. We're going to jump back up to the surface. And then we're going to hop back in. And just like before, we're going to use the Burrito magic until we run out. And obviously you can see why we chose this spot. Easiest way to get crits and grind out enemies, as well as hopefully getting some of the orbs back. There's our 5th purple orb. So now you're just going to crit enemies until you fill your magic back up, because there is no magic well here. So this is where the slow part starts. You're just going to have to keep killing the enemies on this first floor until you can refill your magic meter. We need to refill our magic meter and our Oni meter before the next boss. So This is also an excellent way to grind XP, because if you let the blue orbs get all your souls, then you can absorb them all at once for a big XP bonus. We're also not getting very lucky with our magic attacks. I'm sorry. This is why I don't do Let's Plays. I'm pretty boring. I just play games. Come on, we need one more blue. Like, I'm not complaining. This has given me good XP to level things up, but... Oh man, one more blue wasn't enough? There it is. Okay. Just finish this floor off. Okay. We'll go back up. If you want to go save, feel free. This next part can be tricky. You have to memorize what position the three statues are when you pull this lever. I memorize it like this. One of the statues has its arms open, one of the statues has its arms folded, and one of the statues has its holding a sword. So I'm going to pull this, and it is folded open sword. So left to right, we need to put the folded statue, which is knowledge, and put it on the left. Then put the arms open statue, which is dignity, and that will go in the middle. You can't remove a statue once it's been placed, so you have to be careful. The spikes to our right and left are going to close on us if we do this wrong. If we do it wrong 3 times, we get crushed in here. But doing it right will pop an achievement for you. The, let's see, the Good Memory achievement, number 18 for 270G. Go through the opening, and you're going to have a fight where Magoichi will help you.
Fine, I'll help you.
Yeah, that's what I said. It'd be really nice if the guy with the gun would fire at the archers, but, you know. What do I know?
Ready? Now.
Shoot at the archers, dude. The ones I can't reach. Maybe. Is this too difficult for you? Okay. No, that's fine. No, I'm fine. I'm gonna see if I can hit him. Holy crap, he figured it out. Good job, Magoichi. Okay, we're gonna continue on through this wonderful pink door. You're gonna have a tentacle snake monster in here. Um, I don't know how you really want to attack this. You can use magic if you want. That means you'd have to go grind out magic. Or you can kind of focus on one side and try to cut the tentacle and then just go wild on it. At this point, I would rather need to refill health than magic, though, so... This can also be a good room to grind, because if you come back after you defeat the snake tentacle monster, it's just the purple lizard swordsman. So, very easy, good spot to grind there. So, feel free to do that if you want to. If you need to regain any health or magic, you can also use the white necklace to regain health, which is why we got it. Grab Jujudorma's diary off the table here and use the magic mirror to enhance. As you can see, because of the grinding, I have a bunch of XP. So we're going to get our gauntlets leveled up first. And then we're going to try to get our armor leveled. I don't think we're going to. No, we are not. Okay. That's not that big of a deal. We're still going to wreck our next boss fairly quickly as long as you have a full Oni gauge and have your magic and health topped off. Before you move on, go ahead and save. So what we're going to do now is run in and just like before, LT and RT, again, find the combination that gets it to work for you. It says it's simultaneous, but I think hitting the left trigger early tends to cause it to not work because it thinks you're trying to do the weapon swap mechanic. So I recommend trying to do the right trigger like a split second early. So what we're gonna do is similar to the last fight we had with, oh frick, what's his name? Gingham Fats, forgot his name. You you fight him at least 2 times every story, and I still forgot the guy's name. Um, so we're gonna run in, and we're going to switch into Oni mode. We're gonna smash the Y button, just like we did against Gingham Fats, and we're gonna absorb any orbs that come out. Don't worry about the purple orbs. We have quite a bit before our next boss that requires them, so don't try to absorb those. This should be a cakewalk. If you use the Oni form, all of your Buraito special, Hyujin Yari special, and then the Senpumaru special, she should die before you finish the Hyujin Yari magic. There shouldn't be any problems here if your weapons are on the same level as I am, which is what I'm telling you to do. You can block almost all of her attacks and just do basic attacks on her, but she is very aggressive, so keep that in mind. I do have tips for fighting her on my website if you want to read more about that. I specifically designed them for the hard mode playthrough because she is a pain on hard. But on easy, you should be able to kill her just by going through all of your magic attacks after using the Oni mode. I am specifically telling you, have amassed enough Oni orbs to transform, have your magic and health fulfilled, all filled in, this should be easy. So if you're looking to do a different tactic for the boss fight and don't want to grind, read the tips on my website about how to fight her. I'm not going to go into that here. I'm going to show you exactly how you should follow along with me to make this fight easy. So, skip the cutscene, right trigger, left trigger, spam Y. Absorb everything that comes off of her, except for the purple orbs. You don't have to do that. Get close to her and start spamming your magic attacks. Don't worry about orbs, just start spamming. Once you get done with the Baraito, pause the game to swap your weapons. Switch to the huge Inyari and just start spamming. And there we go. I exhausted the huge Inyari and killed her. I didn't even have to get the Senpumaru out. Again, if you do have to, almost all of her attacks can be blocked. Just take it very carefully, and you should be able to get one attack in between her attacks. The only attack she does that can't be blocked is kind of a stab with her umbrella, and you block the initial hit, but she opens the umbrella and hits you. So, you shouldn't need to heal, but if you do, feel free. There are healing items at this point, and that's all there is to it.
Be destroyed.
You'll pop the Avenge Your Mother achievement, number 19 of 56, for 285. You can absorb everything she releases. I don't think the achievement popped. Maybe it did right away when I defeat her. You'll get the Honesty Orb, and if you are low on health, use the white necklace to heal yourself before you do this next part, because we run into a poison cave, and we'll lose probably like 20% of our health as we run through. When you are ready, I do recommend switching and having the Hyujin Yari out for now. So, press this orange switch on the wall. Yes, this will open a hidden door. Walk through. Immediately to your left is a chest with an herb. Go ahead and grab it and run through. On your way through, there's actually an orange orb spot if you want to stop and grab it. And then continue on all the way through. You're going to jump to your death. You'll come up in this cave here. You can grab the secret medicine on the ground. I actually grabbed the chest, which has on Onigashima, which is document number 7 of 19. But next to it is a secret medicine on the ground. I do recommend switching over to the white necklace real quick, and just allowing your health to come back. You have to sit still for like 5 seconds, and then it starts to come. And what we're going to be doing is having another fight real quick here with that invincible jerk, Gogen Dantis. Which is why I have the huge Inyari out, because once again, we're going to be spamming the huge Inyari secret combo, down, up, attack on the D-pad, and it should allow us to survive long enough for the fight to end. Again, you can't damage him, so the best thing you can do is try hitting him a bunch. I think there's a certain amount of times you have to hit him for the fight to end. I could be wrong about that. If you haven't gotten the Cross Swords achievement, you can go for it here. Again, remember to spam the D-pad. If you do cross swords as quickly as you can, and hopefully you can pop that achievement. Again, I don't pop it until the very end, or I didn't on my first run until the very last Phantom Realm right before the final boss. With your health all the way back, if you do want to enhance anything, you can go ahead and do that. And then again, I do recommend saving just to be safe. With the huge Inyari in hand, walk up to this thing, and you can use the Honesty Orb, and you'll get a couple of scenes, and you'll go straight into the fight with Gogen Dantis. So again, just immediately start spamming And there I actually got the cross swords achievement. So that's out of order. I don't have it written into my guide until the end, but that's the achievement for crossing swords with a demon. So if you do happen to get that earlier, your count's going to be different than mine. And there you go. You're going to get another achievement here for surviving Gogen Dantes a second time, which will be the Still Untouchable achievement. Again, I'm not my tally isn't going to include the cross swords achievement because I didn't get that in my original writing of the walkthrough until much later. So if you do have it, your numbers will be a little bit different. Now we take over as Oyu. Don't use her LT at all to throw daggers. We are saving them for one of those large red axe demons at the end, which even on easy can wreck her very quickly. So we need a... it's not as crucial on easy to have all 30, but on hard, the strategy I have for defeating it takes like 26 or 27 throwing daggers. So don't use your LT at all. You automatically get a necklace to absorb orbs, and we're going to run down here into the basement. Run all the way across. You're going to have some log demons jump out. Ignore them. Just run to the chest, grab the key plate, and run all the way back. You will get harassed by some ninjas, I believe, in the previous room here. Yeah, there they are. You need to run to the other side of this center where the shrine is, walk up to this, and in your inventory, use the key plate on it. Once this is done, run to the right and get blasted in the face, and enter the door over here. I don't recommend fighting anything as Oyu. She is weak, she doesn't have a lot of health. Even with her upgraded weapons, it's not worth trying to fight anything right now. We will be fighting what we have to later on, but just work your way through the rooms, avoiding all of the enemies. In this next room, run to the right and get over here and just block for like 30 seconds. This is a timed thing, and eventually they'll stop. Once that's done, we can go down into the ladder. So you have kind of two options here. I recommend taking the safe one, even on easy. We're going to stay back in this corner, because there's a snake tentacle monster back in that area. And if you go any further than, like, here, it can attack you. And 6 or 7 of the lizard swordsmen are going to come in here, too. And we need to kill them without being harassed by the snake tentacle monster. So just let the lizard swordsmen come to you. I can't remember how many there are exactly, but you'll basically be able to tell when they stop spawning. It might only be 4. So, nope, there we go. Okay. Make sure they're all dead, because if they try to come over and attack you while you're attacking the snake monster, it can go south for you very quickly. run over to this side of the tentacle monster and just start swinging away. With luck, you're going to kill the head that's on this side, which won't allow the monster to attack you, as you saw there. From what I've been able to tell, that is the best way to attack the tentacle monster. Facing it the left side, you swing at it until that lower left head dies, and then you just swing at the body from that side when you're safe on that side. So, again, that shouldn't be too much trouble. If you are having problems, you can use Oyu's magic, which causes a random orb to appear with every swing, so you can get health and magic back that way. Go into the portal here. And we're going to go all the way down. We're going to ignore all the enemies on the way down. There's like 4 screens we're going to be running through. The orb swordsman shouldn't attack you fast enough. The log demon here might, so just be prepared to block. And then you got some ninjas here who are just going to backflip and not do anything to you. So you'll be at a magic mirror here. Grab her gladius weapon and equip it. And then save at the magic mirror, because this next fight, even on easy, can be a pain. So we're going to run in, and there's going to be a small axe demon. We're just going to spam attack on it until it dies. And what we're going to do after, just watch the video so you know what you should do. Because this is kind of confusing to try to explain it, and once you see what I'm doing, you'll get the gist of it. So just watch ahead, run up to this guy, just start swinging away until he dies, and then run back this way, and we're going to left trigger, swing, swing, left trigger, swing, swing, left trigger, swing, swing, until he dies. If you don't hit with one of your swings, do not try to hit 3 times. If you don't get your swings off right away, don't try to do anything else. You just have time to do 2 swings and then another dagger. As you can see on easy, he dies pretty quick, but I wanted to warn you about using your throwing daggers, making sure you saved all of them, just in case something went wrong. Because if you're missing with your 2 swings, you have to throw another dagger, or else you'll get hit. Those large axe demons are a pain in the butt. But once he dies, you'll get the sacred flute. We're going to head back. We got a couple things to grab on the way back. So again, just start running up. You should be able to get past the ninjas without a problem. You're going to have to weave through this next screen. So left, and then get around the log demon somehow. Sometimes he attacks, sometimes he doesn't. Again, you're going to have to weave between the 2 lizard swordsmen, and you should get by the axe demon, or the orb swordsman on the left. And then you can head back into the portal. Continue back the way we came. You can ignore the lizard swordsman and just go up the ladder. Run to the left and just go to the door. You can escape right away this time. Run down the hallway around the orb swordsman. In this next room, you're going to run to the left right away. In this corner is a medicine. You might have to kill some enemies in this room, just as an FYI. You can grab this little Oni super weapon document on the bookshelf here. That is document number 8 of 19. And then the chest has a map, so we need to grab that too. That is Onigashima first floor map, 6 out of 10. And then we're just going to run through the door to our left. Work your way back through. You should just have some rolling lizards, so block until they're done rolling and then try to get past them. If you do have to kill them, go ahead and kill them. In the next room, you're going to run to the south or towards the screen and go out these big doors here, and now you're done with Oyu. You'll be Jubei again.
How's your...
skip the scene, you'll get the sacred flute and whatever orbs that Oyu collected, which won't be much. Run into the door, run inside, and you can grab your brand new hammer, which wrecks most of the bigger enemies now. The orb swordsmen, the log demons, even the regular-sized axe demons are all staggered by this thing. So even if it's not upgraded, it is worth switching to for killing those bigger enemies. That pops an achievement for us, and it's actually the next thing we're going to try to level is the hammer. So I'm going to see if I can get my armor up. There we go, just barely. Technically I can't, but we're going to get the armor up, and now the next thing is going to be the Dukotsui. That will be our focus for our XP, getting that to level 2 for now. We're now going to run to the right and go back the way that Oyu was. I'm going to pause for a second to get my bearings here. Okay, we have to go all the way through, so... As you can see, the hammer just stuns the heck out of those guys, so... It's a lot of fun. But I'm not going to stop to fight them here. It's not fun trying to fight these enemies in the close quarters here, so... Just work your way through everything. Back to the room where Oyu found that portal. In the room, use magic. Do be careful about using magic, though. With the Burrito, it tends to target the stupid little lizards instead of the big tentacle monster. Good job, Oyu. Why can't I hit it? There we go. Again, feel free to use magic. There's going to be a magic well coming up. Do leave at least one use of the green, the Senpumaru weapon. Go ahead and grab the circle key off the ground. I don't know if I mentioned it, but that seal was for the hammer in case you didn't get the gist of that. Grab the key off the ground and then talk to Oyu and she will give you an herb when everything is dead, and she's not talking to me, so I wonder if something's still alive over here. Yep. There we go. Now talk to Oyu, and she'll give you an herb. Go back to where we were, though. Go to the ladder here. And you're back in this room. Run forward and to the left into this door. Continue through this hallway. You know where we're at by now. Work your way through the hall, back into the big room. And you're going to get a scene here. And luckily, this room is not quite as chaotic as it was your first time here. You can use the magic mirror for whatever you want. We'll get that up to there. Enter the door to the left and work your way through. There is a book on the ground in here. That is the elevator instructions, 9 out of 19. And then you're going to have to kill some enemies in here. I believe there's 2 lizard swordsmen over here. I don't understand why Jubei gets knocked so off balance by those hits. Like, it's like pro wrestling levels of selling there, man. Um, Once you get over here, though, this is why we had to save some of our Senpumaro magic. Stand under the fan, press the Y button. This will start the motor. And you can switch back to the Burrito and get on the elevator. Walk forward, you can grab the Onigashima underground map, number 7 of 10. And then run all the way to the end and open the door here. Ignore the enemies. Again, ignore the robots. They're not really worth killing, even though there is a magic well coming up. It's not worth the trouble. This is one of the tile swap puzzle boxes, but the idea to solve it is the same. Hit the upper arrow on the left, the middle arrow on the top, and the bottom arrow on the right. This gives you the Tanegashima, which is a gun. And we only have one more ranged weapon we need, and we're going to get it by following Magoichi's story. Now we're going to climb the ladder to the right over here. Work our way all the way around. One of the robots apparently aggroed us. Not sure why, but... Enter the door here. Use the magic well to absorb everything you need. There's a book just to the right of the door. Go ahead and grab it. That's Guildenstern's book, which is document number 10 of 19. Then go to the opposite side of the room and interact with this console. It's another magic puzzle. It actually, you solve this in the shape of a Z. So the 1 goes in the upper left, the 4 goes in the upper right, the 7 goes up in the second row, the 10 goes in the third row, 13 goes in the bottom left, and 16 goes in the bottom right. That's going to pop the Human Abacus achievement, number 22, and getting you to 330. Again, this can vary a little bit depending on if you got the Cross Swords achievement or other things along the way. I'm going to let my health come back here. There is a boss to the right here, but we can't get in there yet. That's my mistake. Turn around, go back through the door. We're going to continue back this way and climb the ladder. Work your way all the way around. And again, you don't have to interact with the robots at all. Just work your way to the right here. And the door is over here. Climb this ladder immediately. And then you're going to turn to your right. And there's going to be a little keyhole to interact with. So interact with it and use the key. And now we're going to climb across those platforms that just stopped. And you can run forward and use interact with this door to use the circle key. Then go inside. I think you get a scene. Nope, that's a different playthrough. Okay. You need to grab Tokichiro's memo, number 1. That's document number 11 off the ground. And then interact with the slots over here. We're going to number, or the puzzle over here. We're going to number them 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 from left to right. So we need number 2, number 4, number 3, number 5, number 4, number 3, 1, 2, 4, and 3 to solve it. And then you can enter the portal. You can go through the broken railing here. If you have the green necklace on, you won't be able to get through because there's a chest right here. If you want to switch to the green necklace and get that chest, I don't think it's really worth it. If I remember correctly, it's some sort of ammo. Yeah. But I figured I'd show you. Let's switch back to orange for now, I suppose. Go all the way around and you'll get to a hole down to interact with. Interact with the puzzle box to the left. This is puzzle box number 7. We need to use the right arrow on top, the bottom arrow on the right, the left arrow on the bottom, the upper arrow on the left, the left arrow on top and the bottom arrow on the left. This will get you a talisman, which, if you don't have the item pack, this is your first one. A talisman will instantly revive you whenever you die. I highly recommend saving this for the last boss, just because. If you manage to die, you have an instant revive. There shouldn't be any problems with that, but if you do happen to die, try not to use the talisman. Just reload your save. Work your way down. You're going to have a couple of archers to kill here. And a orange XP spot. When you get to the bottom, you're going to have some ninjas drop in. So go ahead and kill them. You can grab the green wedge from the chest here for another Phantom Realm. And you can use the magic mirror here for whatever you need. We're just going to get you up as much as we can. And go ahead and save, because the next Phantom Realm is 10 levels. And it could be a problem. Not gonna lie to you. Run to the right and attack the Burrito Seal. If you want to try to get the XP, you can, but you are getting shot at by the fish, so you might get attacked. Open the door. There's Tokichiro's diary on the floor, which is document number 12 of 19, and then artwork 11 is over here on the other table if you want to grab that. Use the green wedge, and we're going to drop down inside of the Phantom Realm. Again, this doesn't have too many bad enemies. There's no, like, boss enemy like the large axe demons or anything like that. It is generally regular enemies. The last few floors have an axe enemy, an orb swordsman, and the log demons, and the Dokotsui is going to be very important for those. So save that for those floors, but you don't have to skimp on magic. We're going to be going back into Gifu Castle that has the magic well, so I do recommend kind of saving your magic for floor 8 and beyond, but once you get to floor 8, feel free to just kind of spam your magic on everything to make it easier, because we're going to be refilling it pretty quickly. So when you're ready, hop in. The first floor is just Lizard Swordsman. So if you want to crit him, feel free. Ooh, that's one of the first times I think I ever got a double crit chain. I like you. Oh, I was too early. So I didn't touch on it, but the necklaces do not work in the Phantom Realms. It does tell you that in the description, so if you read that, you probably noticed, but you can't sit here with the white necklace and regain your health between floors, unfortunately. Floor number 2 is going to be the ninjas with claws, so just run around and start attacking them. These guys, I don't recommend trying to crit them because of their movements. Maybe you're better at it than I am, though, so feel free. Obviously, I'm just telling you a step-by-step walkthrough from my perspective. If you find that these enemies are easier to crit, hey, go for it. Floor 3 is a bunch of orb swordsmen, so I recommend switching to Kotsui, or using the Burrito secret combo, whatever you want to do. Once you get the first 2 dead, the other ones kind of come in one by one, which allows you to kind of target them. I mean, this thing isn't even upgraded and it's doing this, you know? Floor 4 is going to be some lizard archers and swordsmen, so be prepared to crit. I actually run in and take out the archers, or try to if my guy isn't an idiot who decides to target them. I do think some more archers pop in, so just keep in mind, hey, speak of the devil. Floor 5 is some of the blue orbs and ninjas with claws. Again, just go wild. I don't even worry too much about getting your XP. If you lose it, you lose it. But I don't like fighting the ninjas. What the heck was that? Oh, awesome. Okay. Did not mean to use my magic, but I did it. Floor 6 is just a ton of lizard swordsmen, so do feel free to go for crits, but there's a bunch of them. You can very easily get, stabbed 20 times in a row on this floor. That was cool. And that's why I kind of like this floor. Floor 7 is another very easy floor with a bunch of rolling lizards and the blue orbs. Thanks, camera. Also, remember to keep trying to get the fire arrows if you haven't gotten one already. And, of course, always remember to go down. Now we're into floor 8. You have an axe enemy here and rolling lizards. This one isn't too bad. If you can crit the rolling lizards into the axe demon and take him out, or, you know, or you wind up killing all the lizards and just use magic on the axe demon. Or you can just, you know, do that. Because I'm a powerhouse, I guess. Man, coming up with those strategies is hard because on some difficulties that attack isn't going to stagger him. And you're just going to get punched in the face, so... Floor 9 is where it gets a little tough. We got some orb swordsmen and some ninjas with claws, so however you want to handle it. I'm actually going to swap... that's not what I wanted, but let's try this again. I'm going to run in with the hammer and take out the orb swordsman. That's the cool thing about this, is that they can't block your hammer. Even when it's not leveled up. Level 10 is all orb swordsmen and the log demon, so here's what we're going to do, folks. We're going to run in. Once they come in here, we're just going to use our magic attack, and we're going to smash them. Then we're going to use the magic attack again. And just keep hitting the orb, or the log demon until it dies. Using your magic. Make sure you grab the chest. You can't leave until you do, but the purple necklace is very useful, although we probably won't be using it much on this run. I guess we will be using it, but it's not as necessary on this run as it is on hard. Make sure you grab both chests. There's the perfect medicine and the purple necklace, and we're going to equip the purple necklace in a second, because what we're actually going to do is swap over to the white necklace and let our health come back once we get out of the Phantom Realm.